Okay, DC here, guys and gals. I was wondering, turn camera on. Okay, DC here, hi guys and gals. Uh, yeah, it's a live broadcast. I was just wondering, it's always a bit different every time I go live. I'm never quite certain how things are going. Just put this full screen, and yes, here we are. So, first off, Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope you're all well. As usual, the first day of the year kind of keeps us busy, doesn't it? We always, it's like a glass of water. I've got a glass of water, a bit of cake, and actually a glass of whiskey up here. Okay. I'm not in a hurry, so I hope you aren't either. Um, we were out yesterday evening, or I should say rather this morning early, at my son's in-law. So my son's daughter's. Sorry, let me get that right. My son's wife's, because I often call her my daughter. My son's wife's mom, and there we were, and we had a good time there. I'm just going to try and see if people were trying to chat with me. It says 0 viewers. So I have no idea. Once again, I don't always like this live stuff, but on the other hand, it kind of makes it easier to vlog because I don't have to upload it because it's being uploaded. But where I can't see is if anybody writes comments. There must be a way of doing that. If Andy was around, he would tell me. No, I can't see it. Maybe I should put it on too. Oh well. Here we are. Oh, you know what? I can't find it. Oh well. Anyway. Sorry about that. Live. Stop the broadcast, which I don't want to do right now. Oh well. Anyway. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe I won't. Trying to find camera and microphone allowed. Manage media settings. What a pain in the real sometimes. Oh, here it is, maybe. Yes. Group chat. Okay, got it. I'm sorry about that. It's not always easy. There's the screen share and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll finally eventually get how to do this live stuff. But it's a pain in the butt at first. I mean, I know that Andy, Fetquig, Foodquig, Makequig, whatever his name is, knows how to do this stuff. Yeah, so we were out at our, I was going to say my son's in-laws. They have like a 2-apartment building, and my son lives in one of the apartments, and the mom, who is a widow now, lives in the other one. So it's really handy for them, actually, because they always have the mom around. Yeah. So let me see. You mind if I eat a bit of cake while we're talking? Actually, even if you didn't mind, I'm going to eat it anyway. No. Today, I'm just not too long ago, I had a phone call with someone. Kind of put me off. Because, now, imagine you know somebody for years. Okay, you think about them often, but you just don't contact them. The person we're talking about is not a person that goes on the internet, basically doesn't know anything about internet. It's a pretty good friend of yours for many years. Well, you're thinking about them often. For various reasons, you don't contact them. Okay, that's my case. On the other hand, they don't contact you either. Now, I do know that this friend, particularly, and I've known that for years, it's like, if you don't contact them, it's like, oh, you're a bad friend. On the other hand, they never contact you. So what does that make them? I don't know. So finally today, I took the phone because after I sent my Christmas letters, so those of you who've been following me for years, some of you receive it as well. The Christmas letter, which basically is a bit of all stuff around the year. I just talk about the year. And finally, a person sent me a message. It wasn't the person I know very well. It was the guy's wife who wrote me a message saying, like, contact me, please. Really like to get in touch with you. I'm retired and you're not. So it's maybe easier from my side. Okay. So reading that, I knew very well just by reading it. I knew it wasn't the guy himself, it was his wife. So, okay. So I thought, I'll contact you. And, oh, there's one viewer. Okay, hello. And I thought, okay, well, today I'll contact you. Actually, I've been thinking about it a while. And you know how it is sometimes? You keep thinking, I gotta contact this person, but I don't, and I don't, and I don't. And that goes on for months, sometimes years even. And finally today, I gave him a phone call. That's how he was. And actually, I should have told him Happy New Year's. I didn't realize that just now. But he almost started talking to me like, I realized you didn't want to call me. I'm like, what? I basically told him off. I said, well, who doesn't want to call anybody? I said, I've been thinking about you, yeah. And I haven't called, you're right. But you do own a telephone, don't you? And I didn't want to get into a fight because I won't talk with him. But, I still need to tell him, you don't call me any more than I called you. So should we call it a stalemate? Anyway, after having said that, we had a good chat. It was okay. I traveled with this guy many, many years. When I used to live, well, I always lived here, sorry. I used to work in Basel. And we traveled together for years. Cars. We both basically shared what do you call it? We shared the driving anyway. That's the way it was. And it went well. There's 2 viewers. Hello, everybody. So, I know. I was a little bit surprised. People come and tell you about, like, if you're not interested in them, you think it goes both ways. It does. Anyway, having said that, we did have a nice chat. We really did. And probably get together towards the end of the month. Sorry. A little bit. I'm not being very elegant tonight. So today is, as you all know, January 1st. So on January 1st, in Vienna. We live in Switzerland, yes, but in Vienna, there's always a New Year's concert. And when the New Year's concert comes, a friend of mine comes over every morning. So most of us have had, like, the New Year's parties, and they come over around 11ish. And we always have the New Year's concert on television. We watch it together and have quite a bit of champagne. Yeah, I mean, I always have one or two bottles. He brings one. You're asking how many people are drinking that? Today was six, but still. So we drank three bottles. Some drink more than the others. And then we had, if you know about Switzerland, of course, we have a lot of cheese. And we have something with cheese which is called raclette. So raclette basically is in our case, you have like a half of a cheese, and you heat it. You heat it like you have the half of the cheese here. You heat it, and then you have a knife and you scrape it off. And a raclette means kind of to scrape in French. So you eat that with potatoes and with different spices and different type of pickles. So our friends, they come over. I mean, every Mrs. DC and the lady, excuse me, they're both godmothers from respective children. So I mean, we're very close. Basically, we're family. And but it's a habit since, like, sheesh, 20 years at least, where we do the first of January together, and we have these one meal or another, one type of meal or another. And this year was the cheese meal. So my second son came over, the one who is the godson of the lady that was there. And the son, of which my wife is the godson, came over as well. That's why we ended up being six people and had a great time. Basically, yeah. I mean, we just got together, we chatted, and watched the concert. And the concert is basically one of these. It's Lost Strauss. If you're in Vienna, there'll be Johann Strauss, father, son, and so on. And so it was a lot of that. It was good, and yeah, that is what we did all morning. If you ever get a chance, I don't know how it's easy for you if you're in America. We have the replay on our television. I went and watched the New Year's changeover. I mean, when New Year's came in London, the BBC had a really good. It wasn't the BBC, but London had a really good fireworks show. It was really, really good. So how many people are we? Two people. I'm surprised. You're staying up with all my boring stuff. Anyway, and yeah, let me take a little water. I always say it's very different when you're doing a vlog. When you're doing a vlog, somehow in your head, you think I'm going to talk about, like, between 5 and 10 minutes, usually around 7. And when you're doing the live view, you just kind of let go. You just happen, well, whatever will happen, will happen. I'm just chatting. So, okay, I'm going to take my slancha, a little bit of Irish whiskey. Now, this is from a nondescript bottle called Very Old Irish Whiskey. Yeah, that's its name. And it doesn't really matter. It's really quite nice. I wished that I knew from where it came in Ireland. But we can get it in Aldi's about once a year. And whenever it comes, I actually buy a bottle. It's pretty cheap, and it's really quite good. Okay, there's a bit of corn. I mean, as is to be expected. I would say whenever there's a cheap Irish whiskey, there's always a lot of corn, which makes it kind of close to a bourbon or whatever. Mm, that's nice. But in no way am I making a a whiskey vlog right now. Yeah. Excuse me. So having said that, it's just kind of like just taking our time. Mrs. DC's downstairs. She's watching a movie. It's Sherlock of some type. You know how many I don't think how many expressions of Sherlock Holmes there have been for over the years. So I don't know. I just really don't want to watch it. I really don't. So she's watching it. So if you open your ears, you might hear some background noise. And that's what she's doing. She's just chatting. She's just watching it. Yeah. Well, will I talk much more? Probably not. I mean, because I just kind of going on and on. Came on, want to say hello. You're probably looking at me and saying, he looks tired. I am actually. Went to bed around 2:30 last night after all the parties. Got up, what time did I get up? 9:30? Well, actually, that's pretty good sleep. That's about 7 hours. That's not too bad. But you change the time where you should go to bed. Anyway, so I got up around 9:30, and friends came over at 11. And they haven't been gone that long, so it's just kind of okay. That's it. And tomorrow, Switzerland's a day off. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's all. Hopefully, we'll be going a bit of geocaching, and I'm going to stop broadcasting. I've been talking way, way, way too long. But I just felt like that. I didn't have to upload anything, just chat. Okay, everybody. DC signing off. Take care. Bye. Stop broadcast.